Has anyone realized how slow Comcast has been? Absolutely disgusting. What they're charging and for the kind of service we're getting back. It's almost like the small administration. You pay all this money, you get nothing in return. Zero. Unless you're in that inner circle. Okay, August 15. Next Friday. Next Friday, Wedding of the Sea at Hard Rock with a buffet later, a paid buffet later. Wednesday, August 20th, we have round 2 of the Alibi Gin versus 48 Block Gin, Brian and Mark. That's going to be at the Beer Hall, August 20th, 6 o'clock p.m. You can join me at Tennessee Tobacco at 4. If you like, but 6 o'clock, that's where that starts. And also, Alibi Gin and Margate's newest spot, Tide Lines. Little insider information. Looking to do a little collaboration. Go buy a float. That's all I want to tell you at the moment. Go get a float, get a ride. We're going to have the Tide Lines and Alibi collaboration coming up in August. Get you a date then. What else we got? Stuff at Ski Beach, as always. Yeah, that's it. All right, time for the skinny. Today, talk about, well, Ernest Corsi, LaToya Dunston, 2 sad occasions. And then we get into trying to pay my taxes, road condition and directions, 6 days till, and then number 6, which I didn't have room for, Stanley Holmes. So first off, those who did not know, Ernest Corsi passed away this morning. It's been all over the news. Not sure if some of you, most of you, seen it, but Ernest was battling cancer and lost the battle, as many of us have had family members and close ones do so. So, yeah. Have your prayers for the family. I broke his balls a little bit, but still liked him. Miss LaToya Dunston and her family had a unexpected death due to violence, and this is where the AG needs to really allow our police departments to do their jobs, because you can tell the difference between, not that these guys today are bad at all, but you can tell the difference between a police officer today and a police officer from like 10 years ago plus. And it's not their fault. It's just that politics, handicapped, handcuffed, sidelined. I don't know what word you use, but hopefully if we get a new governing body here in November from the state, that dude is out, and whoever they put in can let police do what they're supposed to do. Okay? It is what it is. They tell you to stop, you stop. They have a feeling that you need to be searched, get searched. Stop arguing. It is what it is. You know? I mean, those who argue are guilty. Those who run are guilty. You know, if you get frisked, you don't have anything on you, whatever. You might make a new friend, but hey, listen. These times you don't know who knows what, who has what. Let the cops do their job and protect those, everybody else and everyone, including that person as well. So, trying to pay my taxes. I want to know. So yesterday, I reshared the video of the initial Marty in his office. We live, we lit, we doing our job. This scandal slash court thing he has against against his daughter against him is not affecting anything. We can't pay our taxes. So it affected something because you've had all summer, but days off, professional development, take the 19 new shiny transportation things we have here, there, everywhere, whatever. Well, that clearly means you did not do your job so we can pay our taxes to keep the ball rolling going forward. How do you not have a budget? How do you not have a budget? It's pretty consistent. Obviously there's quality of life, there's this, that, and the third. Small percentage increases. Minor decreases. At the end, you can't be that far off. Maybe we need an audit on how many kids we have in the schools, how many teachers we got, how much administrators we have, how many, everything across the board. Department heads, this, that, and the third. What I do know is we don't have enough cops and firemen and public works people. That I do know we don't have. Got a lot of bosses, not enough Indians, as they say. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Maybe we should get audited to make sure that everything's right, the whole nine. It's insane. How do you not have that done? Brag about all the shit you did. It's pretty important. Anyway, road conditions and directions. Somebody put up a post on how they hit a crater and blew out the front end and popped the tire. From what I understand, yes, the city's held responsible because it's a nationally known situation. And again, I don't know if I said this already, but the roads aren't going to get done anytime soon because we need new water lines. What are we waiting for? If that's the case, just saying. Rumor mill has it, we need new water lines. Can we get the ball? Can we at least just mill the road and taper the manhole covers, like I've said repeatedly? So it's a vibration of a ride, not like cobblestones and off-roading. It's you're harming the city vehicles, you're harming our vehicles, you're harming the state vehicles, you're harming our tourist vehicles. What are we doing? Just keep on beating the same drum every single day, every month. Like, when are we going to do it? And the idiot mayor does not respond. So we're asking you, Mayor, as all the residents, when and where we at with Atlantic Avenue? We need to know. You're messing up our cars. It's disgusting. Speaking of the mayor, in 6 days he'll be at court for his daughter, defending himself on his alleged child of beating So, see how that goes. He should lose. I mean, what 6'3", 250 guy allegedly smacks around a 13, 14-year-old a quarter his size? I know. A bitch. But an alleged bitch. Maybe it'll be somebody else's bitch when he gets locked up. We'll see. I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm not. Could be. Last but not least, this is comical. The Atlantic City Housing Authority chairman wrote a letter. This is off Harry Hurley's site. I want to read this thing verbatim. Mind you, this is probably the worst contractor in the area who spearheads this board. I know he's watching. It's all right. We appreciate HUD's concerns and their new leadership for taking these matters seriously. Obviously, your board under Marty did not. As the board chairman, Jeff Dorsey, for decades our residents have been told we don't have resources and HUD won't let us act on items. Bullshit. I know a lot of contractors that went there and they were working side by side with scabs. We don't have resources and HUD won't let us act on items. This has eroded their confidence in both the Atlantic City Housing Authority and HUD. Well, when your mayor picks idiots that don't know what side of the hammer to use, or people that could care less about the residents of Stanley Homes, this is what happens. This support is urgently needed to restore their confidence. AKA, you guys blew your load on dumb shit, overpaid people that were unqualified to do certain jobs, and now you need more money. We call that the ex-wife. Let's continue our steps to progress and eliminate the insecurities our residents feel. Working with our mayor and city council, half your city council, kiss my ass. They all suck. Half of them suck. Let's explore creative ways to meet the needs of our residents and meet the desired goals of HUD and Atlantic City Housing Authority. Collaboration is essential to deliver lasting improvements, said Dorsey. Now, let me help Jeffrey Dorsey out, who probably has got more lawsuits than I sell chicken wings ever. 20 years selling wings. He's been around trying to be a wood butcher. He can't even do that right. Now, let's dissect this. Any GC with one eye, one arm, one leg, who just got past wood shop, those who had wood shop, could do a better job than Dorsey. Okay? Hands down. His head is up. Marty's rear, probably here is where his head's at. Maybe that's why Marty's stomach has protruded out a little bit. Dorsey's head's there. And with all that grease in his hair, it's very easy to spin around and look and twist. Because obviously Marty don't know what side of a hammer to use, or anybody else that's on that board have never built a birdhouse, let alone are qualified to, without even looking at the proposals, hiring people who were qualified to do the job. I got multiple friends in the unions that were down there, and they were side by side with people. They said they wouldn't let them change the tire on their truck if they had a flat. So what was said is a bunch of bullshit. So those who live at Stanley Homes, don't feed into it. You have idiots on your board that should go to Home Depot on Saturdays with the kids and learn how to build birdhouses first before they get to the big boy stage where you live. Totally unacceptable. The whole scenario. The whole scenario. And it's a case of hot potatoes. You know, this landed and I'll give them that little bit. But as long as Marty's been in office for 6 years, this easily could have been corrected. Even as council chairman before he got lucky and got into the mayor position. City council president is way stronger than mayor, but our current council president is waiting in the wings for someone to go to the pokey, so he's not saying much. But it just doesn't make any sense. So yes, the only thing he said for the past decade, it falls on Marty. 100%. Any other mayor has battled against council president. Marty hasn't. Think about it. Hit the rewind button. It all falls on his lap. So don't fall for the barbecues, the rides in the new Great Day buses, and this, that, and the third. This could have been fixed easily. Now this rocket scientist wants to sit there and do this now? Serious? Plenty of qualified people we can get to manage that job. Or simply let our beautiful local companies do their job. The old guys. Calvi Electric, Kisby Shore, Kiker Roofing, Thomas. The new guys. You got who are the new people that do this shit? I don't even know who the new guys are. Let's go contractors. Weatherby, Network, Baumgardner. You have all these people that built these casinos and did very well for themselves. I'm sure they built their own homes and this, that, and the third. That are supposed to have these jobs through the bidding process, the whole nine. But the reason why they don't get them is people play funny games. And I'm sure some people are like, can I get a couple of dollars from the, I got you? That's the problem. This is why the federal government is now taking over and should revoke and get rid of everybody on the board and just talk to contractors to do the job. Get two of everything out of the two best locally, have them do it. All these people I mentioned are more than qualified to do the jobs. Let them do it. Even better, how about we get the apprentices to get some hours under their belts that are electricians, masonry. I mean, a lot of people talk shit about it. We gotta get. Here you go. Get some journeymen out there. Get some shop stewards out there. Get some rookies out there, greenhorns, to do these jobs. Hands-on education. You got 5 buildings over at Stanley Homes. What better way to educate the youth if they don't want to go to college and don't want $1 million in debt? You got Stanley Homes over there. Can teach them everything known to man. Hey, now you take my idea, call it yours. I'll give you that one. That's what we can do. So all my union friends, except for Roy Foster, you piece of shit, everybody else, call all your union guys. Let's get everyone together. Come over here. I'll buy you lunch. Gather the new guys. Get a couple old school. If you got nobody, call some of the retirees who are bored. Take these young men and women. Take them to Stanley Homes to go house that to building to building to building to building and do the job correctly. It ain't hard. But you need a business guy to give you the ideas. This is where the underhanded dealings mess everything up. There you go. So that's all I got. Next Tuesday, I may go to Mays Landing. Or what's the 11th? Next Monday, I may go to Mays Landing. Might do a live podcast there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So, if you want to come with me, let's go. Lunch is on me. Maybe a cigar later on. See you on Monday.